Oh, yeah. Well, these two guys were, they wound up getting eliminated from flight school. We'd get out to the flight line, and each pair of pilots, you had a stick buddy, you know. They'd give you an aircraft number and the spot number it was parked, and there's hundreds of aircraft out there, so you really had to pay attention. You'd wander around out there like in the Hy-Vee parking lot trying to find your car on a dark night. It'd take you an hour. You had to figure that out, and we had a little map of, you know, these spot numbers. Well, these two guys weren't paying attention. They went out there and they got in the aircraft. And if you pre-flight your aircraft, you have to go over everything. You know, in pre-flight, make sure it's safe to fly and all the log booking, and you do all that stuff or you could kill yourself. Well, they kind of did it, but they got in the aircraft, and then you're supposed to call the maintenance and give them your aircraft number and your spot number, and they send this big Hobart gizmo out there to plug in and you start it up, because you're not supposed to start it with the battery. You can, but most of the batteries were kind of low. So these guys we were calling on our aircraft, and they came out and started us and left. And these guys across from us, they're sitting in this aircraft, and we were wondering what the heck they're doing in there, but we thought, oh, we're in a hurry, we're going to get going. We got our radio turned on, we're sitting there running up and getting warmed up, and they're just raising Cain on that radio about the maintenance. Hadn't been out there to start them up. And the maintenance guys asked him, what spot are you in? And he told them the spot number. He says, what aircraft? And he told them the aircraft number. He says, stand by. And he comes to ask them again 2 or 3 times, which spot are you at? What aircraft? And told them again. So just before we took off to hover down to the takeoff pad, here comes the Hobart down there, and they shined this big spotlight up on the rotor head. There was no rotor head on that aircraft. No rotor blades, nothing. And they asked them, I don't know how many times, did you pre-flight that? We sure did, and it's been a half an hour. We've been waiting all this time, and boy, they're just raising the heck about it. Well, those two guys went right to the head shed, and that was the end of their career as a helicopter driver. I can't think of anything else.
By the time you had the high whistle, you're walking